Do you have any advice for any of the youngsters that are just starting out right now?
Oh, man, I would definitely tell everybody to learn about the music business, because it's not, music is a culture, but it's also a business. You know what I'm saying? If you got some good music, you have some good business. And I would respect and would expect everybody at this time and age, 50 years in the game, to know better. You know what I'm saying? To know better. And to get, and do the whole thing, because if you look at hip hop, right, it started just doing music. Then it started doing merchandise. Then it started doing movies. Then from movies to all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Boxes of cereal is advertised with hip hop. Cars, McDonald's has hip hop in it now. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be an MC or a DJ. You can make hip hop music for television shows. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing how hip hop has just came from guys MCing in the Bronx and scratching their mother's records and spinning and writing on the walls. How it came to this even the graffiti artist right now has galleries and lofts overseas in Australia. I got a jacket from this guy from Argentina, this Crash Food logo that I got from a guy from Argentina. A very famous artist. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing how hip hop has grown. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely a genre to respect, and it's gonna be here for a while. I'm very proud of hip hop. They got my vote, goddammit. Fuck it.
Definitely. Okay, I'm gonna throw one at you right now. Can you tell me your top 5 MCs of all time?
Wow. It keeps changing every couple of months. It's very hard to name your top 5 MCs of all time. It changes, right? So I'm gonna give it a shot. This has been about 2 months. And you say of all time, right?
Yes.
Okay, of all time. Okay, so I got to start from the beginning, right? I would say Grandmaster Melly Mel, right? He hasn't made a record in a long time, but his MC skills is like impeccable. If he go against that, and not to go against, but if he did a record with Jay-Z or any of these guys, I guarantee you he'll rock it. Guarantee he'll rock it. Because I'm from New York too, and I see him like Melly Mel is like the Grand Poobah or the veteran MC. So anyway, my next one would be from the 80s. So it's a toss-up between Big Daddy Kane and Rakim.
Okay.
Because you got Cool G Rap out in the 80s too, and who else you got out in the 80s? It was a lot of good ones out in the 80s. MC Search was hot in the 80s. Run DMC, and it was definitely hot. But it was a battle, not a battle, but let's say Run DMC and Big Daddy Kane made a record, or Run DMC and Rakim made a record, it would be bananas. It would be bananas. So for my 90s, I got 5 choices. It's hard to pick the second one.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know it is. It's between Rakim, Kane, DMC, Search. Who else came out? Chuck D. Chuck D was in the 80s also, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Chuck D was in the 80s. That's real hard. Okay, I'm gonna go with KRS-One.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with KRS-One. That's almost New York bias right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say KRS-One has got to be in there as well, because he came out in the 80s too. So for the 90s MCs, it'd probably be between Biggie Smalls, Method Man. You got Nas in the 90s. Who else you got in the 90s?
90s.
Nas.
Oh my God.
You got Nas, Biggie Smalls, Noriega. Oh, Big Pun. Rest in peace. Big Pun came out in the 90s. Gotta give us, yeah, that's real hard. Big Pun, Method Man, Nas.
We had the group.
Who else we had in the 90s? Now, man, you can forget about the groups. Your best 5 groups. We might be here for a whole hour just doing this right here.
That's so true. That's true. We had LL's Cool J. We had.
Oh my God, LL. How can we forget about LL? Wow. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the 90s. I'm gonna say LL killed him.
Okay.
I gotta throw L in. So now in the 2000s, we got Jay-Z. I'm gonna say, I know he came out in the 90s, but really 2000s was his thing. 2000, Jay-Z. Who else we got with Jay-Z? Snoop Dogg. Now we gotta go worldwide now. Eminem. Eminem killed him. Had the movie and everything. Eminem, Jay-Z, and Snoop Dogg. I would put Ludacris in it because I'm a universal guy. I'm a universal thing. So Ludacris would be in it, right? But he too young. He tore it up. Fabulous tore it up. Who else in the 90s? Okay, so you got to say with Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, Eminem. Yeah, Nas, he had too much competition in the 80s. KRS-One. Right. Oh, it was just too much. I'm going to go with, for 2000, I'm going to go with Eminem.
Okay.
As the best lyricist in 2000.
Okay.
Now, we up to our date now. That's four generations, right?
Yep.
All right, so the fifth one will be the one that's the best lyricist now, for me. Now, I heard this song, Panda, right? And it sounds good. I had to go to YouTube and look at the words because I didn't know what the hell he was saying. I'm really telling my age right now. But, in 2000, there's not really no real MCs out right now.
Well, we got Saigon and Royce the 5'9" and
okay, hold on. Royce the 5'9", I gotta give props to. I gotta give Royce the 5'9" and Saigon. I have to give props to, and that's my fault because I don't really have a chance to listen to underground radio. I don't even look at TV no more. Radio I listen to for maybe half an hour, 2 hours, maybe 2 hours a week. That's like 20 minutes here and it's off.
You know what you're doing is the right thing, and you're also reaching out and you're helping people. Do you mentor anybody? Is there anybody that you're specifically mentoring at the moment?
No.
Okay.
No.
Have you ever been mentored?
No. I pretty much did self-mentoring by observing and listening. You know what I'm saying? Observing, listening, and then just putting it to my own twist, you know, my own personality and my own style. But there is some young, new up and coming talent MCs that I am close to. I do have a family, like a family of MCs that we click together. If you know that's what you mean by mentoring and stuff like that.
Yes, just teach them a little bit.
On the 20th of May, we're gonna have 120 students with us on a sightseeing tour. There's gonna be four veteran pioneer tour guides that's gonna take them throughout New York City through the hip hop spots and stuff like that. It's gonna be real good. So, yeah.
Very nice. I like that. What have you got planned for the near future? I know that you're doing various things, but are you going to be doing any performances, or you think you're going to drop some music?
I'm looking to do some more music. And I'm looking to, you know, bring like the old to the new. You know what I'm saying? For us to not pass the torch, but to share in the torch. You know what I'm saying? Sharing it because the torch has already been passed from generation to generation, but I think it's pretty much time, possibly, to do something full circle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the 50th year of hip hop or something, to do something full circle, because hip hop has went around the world and done this and done that. But like you were saying earlier, sometimes there's a generation gap. You know what I'm saying? Like if you, if you 35 or over, or you 40 and over, you don't understand what's going on, Pop. This is some new music to you.
No,
some kids.
Heard that.
I've
heard that expression.
So it's crazy. And I listen, and I say, okay, I hear you. You know, you do your thing. Sometimes you gotta take them back visually. You can show them some YouTube clips or play some of the old songs that's been sampled up that they think is Kanye West, or they think it's some other guy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this is a song that's been sampled up by Curtis Mayfield. That was in the 70s. This is what music, this was the essence of what you're listening to now. So when you hear that Curtis Mayfield music, you're supposed to feel that in a version of hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? It's like being non-denominational. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Your God is Allah, your God is Jesus. Your God is how you see it as he comes to you. You know what I'm saying? He can come to you as a girl. It's a lady, you don't know. It's an individual. But it all winds up to being God. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's another opinion. We were talking about the evolution of hip hop, yes.
I just wanted to put in there at that point is I have a 17-year-old daughter, and since she was born, she's heard Mom listen to all different styles and genres of music. This child has grown to know more eras than me. The child has grown to be able to sing words and rap words. She's, I could never do that, you know.
Nah, the evolution of hip hop is the evolution.
There you go.
Is the evolution.
Yeah.
It started out
so proud, you know.
Yeah, man.
But she doesn't close her mind, and that's why I say to close your mind, you're cutting off all the opportunities of the beautifulness out there.
You got to get them while they're young, and this thing, hip hop, has got us while we was young. And if you go to YouTube, you'll see that in other generations, in the 30s and the 40s, with the bebop music and all of that, it's pretty much the same thing. They were moonwalking, they were breakdancing. Only thing they wasn't doing was graffitiing on the walls in the 40s. They wasn't doing that then. That's something that the 70s added to it. And that's what they say hip-hop recreates and reinvents. Recreates a lot of music cultures. But it does the same thing for country music. It does the same thing for rock and roll. If you do a hip-hop record on a rock and roll record like Aerosmith, like Run DMC did, you recreated that record and made that record hot again. And hip-hop does that with everything. It did it with Adidas. It did it with clothing. It did it with people's thoughts. You know?
Yes.
So it's just who knew in 1973 that it would be able to do all of this.
Profound.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, corporations have taken over it and marketed it and made it commercial. The culture still exists, but you have to dig deep for it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to hear it on your regular radio station. You know what I'm saying? You may have to go internet and get you one of them Sirius radios or something like that, or XM, and just because I haven't heard Saigon doggone never on commercial radio. So if you didn't have a internet hookup, you would never know who Saigon is, and that's the shame with the kids. That's the kids. See the kids now. If the kids had a choice to listen to Saigon or Lil Wayne, who do you think they would listen to?
I see your point.
That's why it's not on commercial radio, and that's why they make sure that it don't get on commercial radio. But we have to do something full circle. We have to take it back. We have to do some kind of music that's going to bring all the people together. You may have to get Saigon to do a record with Jay-Z. May have to do it.
Since I've come from England to here, I've noticed how easily people reach out to each other. All levels are willing to share what they know, and to me, that's the most beautiful thing ever.
Yes, and that is so true. That is so true. I realize that, you know, I'm pretty much, I keep talking it and saying it, and maybe I'm just saying it for a reason, but I'm looking forward to getting out of, you know, just encompassing the world and exploring different cultures of hip-hop. But anyway, come on, give me another question. I'm feeling good.
The most important thing is that you're reaching out face to face with people, and to me, it's a combination of both online, which is where a lot of the youth nowadays are living on the digital. I mean, my daughter is more on the computer than she is out playing. Like when we grew up, we were out playing and out communicating and things like that. But now they're on the digital a lot. But getting out there face to face with people, encouraging them to see each other, do things, to have that fun element, you know?
Exactly. And that's exactly what's. Yes. And it's funny how, like, now the function's different for this, and I understand it totally, because like I still stay out there with each generation of hip hop. I still go out, I still party. You know, some people say I party too much. You know, but for me, that's my release. You know what I'm saying? Let me do me. Don't kill my vibe. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
It's crazy. My little, damn, you always out all the time. Listen, I gotta get mine too. You know. But anyway, we have to understand each culture. We have to understand each culture, and pretty much try not to force feed them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing a great job. It's still here. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to get more of the cultural music out. And I think this summer is going to be a different summer. For some reason, I just feel this summer is going to be a different summer right now. You know what I'm saying? May is coming. I'm hoping to hear some new music. And like I said, the hip-hop thoroughly just doing something, you know, full circle. Doing something full circle, where everybody can enjoy it of all ages, you know what I'm saying, something like that. And that'll be real cool. That'll definitely be real cool.
Yes. One more question, and then I'm going to round it up and let you go and get some rest, because I know you've been working. For the listeners, can you tell them one of the craziest experiences you ever had back in the days when you were performing?
Okay. My craziest story, right, is we were on tour with the Sugar Hill Gang. Right, Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash, the Barcades. I think Curtis Blow was on the tour, and I think Rick James was on the tour too. Right, and we seen them coming down on a helicopter. Curtis Blow came in on a helicopter. I think I was about 18 years old, coming from 135th Street and 5th Avenue, Lincoln Projects. You know, this is like my second year in the music business. You know what I'm saying? Like my second year, 1979, 1980, like 81, 82. Because we stayed independent for like maybe a year, but that next year we was on Sugar Hill Records, which was like the biggest joint. So anyway, just seeing that alone, and the whole lifestyle of that for me was my craziest experience. As far as I'm concerned. I don't really tell no real backstage or tour bus stories, because then that'd be a different radio interview. There's a different radio interview right now, so that would be the best one I could think of right now.
We could use our imagination on the rest, but
beautiful,
anyway, thank you so much.
Beautiful. You're welcome, MofoHari. You're welcome.
Where can they reach you one more time if they need to get hold of you?
They can reach me on Facebook. Facebook is the easiest way. Reggie Reg Crash Crew. Yeah, Reggie Reg Crash Crew.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so once again. Thank you, and it's been such an honor to have you here.
Thank you so much, too, and looking forward to seeing you this summer. So check my page, and I'm going to check yours, too, and we hang out.
Yes, sir. Good night. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.